Welcome, everyone. Welcome to another live stream lesson with me, Stu Fuchs and Ukulele Zen. So glad you decided to join me. Thank you for saying hello in the chat. I see we already have friends from Alberta, Canada. Maria, glad you're back. We've got Paul in the house from Ontario. Ukulele Bird from Olympia, Washington. Glad you're here. Pris is here. Jean, thanks for joining us for the first time. Happy New Year. I hope that you have had a wonderful New Year's, wonderful holiday season. Please say hello in the chat. Let me know where you're coming from. And then we're going to jump into today's lesson, which is really all about reaching your music goals in 2025. In this lesson, I'm going to be sharing with you how to use this wonderful little wonderful little practice journal. And this practice journal, I have found it's so key to track our goals, to make progress. It really helps to track what we do. We'll also be learning a chord solo from my course, The Art of Chord Melody. I'm going to be leading you through some stretching exercises for the fingers. We'll be doing a brief meditation. We're going to play a fun, easy to strum song called the Crawdad song. We'll learn a country strum. This is going to be a really fun lesson. So thank you so much for joining me. Let's begin. First, let's start by stopping. I know that might sound counterintuitive. My experience, the most beneficial thing I can do for my music goals, for any goals, is to approach my work in a mindful way. So I want to invite you to listen to 3 sounds of the bell. Please come sitting upright. This is going to be an interactive lesson. I'd love to hear about what your music goals are. We're going to dive into today's lesson. This session will be available as a replay. Let's begin by stopping. Please come upright, listen to the sound of this bell, and follow your in-breath and your out-breath. Just coming into the present moment, leaving behind anything that may have happened before, any thoughts about the future. For now, let us be present. See if you can follow your in-breath all the way in, all the way out, allowing your attention to rest on the pillow of your breathing. Thank you so much for joining me in that brief meditation. Treat your ukulele strings as singing bells as you tune them up, listening carefully to each sound that your instrument makes. Welcome, friends. So glad you're here in the chat. There's a lot of great things we're going to cover in today's lesson. Let me know in the chat, what are your goals for the year 2025? I would love to know. Please let me know what your goals are. I'm going to take a sip of tea. You can probably tell I'm a little under the weather, but I am very, very happy to be with you. It's just my nose is not so happy. I'll do my best not to sneeze in the midst of this. So beginning by stopping is so key. Let's start by taking a look at this practice journal. This is available for you to download at a link down below. There's also a discount code that's good for this week for all my courses, ebooks, music, t-shirts, everything. It's at a link in the description down below. I created this packet a couple of years back. I wanted to share some of what I do not only at the beginning of the year, but also each month. Chris is saying, my goals, no idea. Good. You are open. You are open to all kinds of new experiences. Chris, thank you for reminding folks to hit the like button. You know, when setting our goals, it's really important to be very clear about what our goals are. Let's be specific. What are your goals? It could be, instead of saying, I want to be a better player, you could say, I want to become better at strumming with regular metronome practice so my tempo is steady. Or it might be, I want to learn one chord solo a month. And that is a much more specific goal. The more specific we are with our goals, of course, the more able we are to reach them. Oh, Leslie, I would love to have you join again at Omega. Michelle is sharing, my musical goals are to learn right-hand techniques and to discipline myself to practice them without the temptation to play songs during a practice and to put memory to songs. Michelle, that's a wonderful goal. You know, you can practice specific techniques. It is wonderful to apply them to songs, and also wonderful just to isolate the techniques. I have some thoughts about that. Really quick, I'll share them. Spend a few minutes, put a timer on your phone, spend just 3 minutes practicing the technique, and then apply it to a song. It could be just a few chords, a chord progression from a song. That way you really exercise that technique in a song context, you know? Margaret is saying, my goals are to learn the fretboard and play songs without looking at song sheets and to learn more about scales. Great goal. Judith wants to learn more chords beyond 1, 4, and 5. Great goal. I'm actually working on a course this year about fretboard harmony and common chord progressions. So my goal and your goal, Judith, should overlap nicely. Anthony wants to get better at bar chords. Always tough for me. We'll cover some bar chords today in today's lesson, Anthony. Be able to improvise with other musicians. Debbie, that's a great goal. So we all are sharing our goals. Keep them coming in the chat. And please give this video a thumbs up. It does help YouTube to share my content with more enthusiastic players like you. So let's break down our goals now. If you haven't yet, please download this. You could do it after the lesson, print it up. And then for each month, just write one achievable goal. Okay? If you're like me, your goal, your lists might look like this. You know, lots of things on them. It's tempting to just stuff each month with so many goals. Best to just choose one achievable goal. Put it inside of each box, okay? Okay, maybe you write 2 or 3, but know that it's best to focus on just one thing, just to monotask. Then, after that, you turn to the January page. Divide your goal into little steps. If your step is to try to memorize the song, then it could be, all right, one step would be to take the song and write it out long form on a piece of paper. This is a wonderful, wonderful way to learn how to memorize. Next thing might be to draw chord diagrams and to really block out where your fingers go. All of these would be part of the goal of I want to learn how to memorize songs. Okay? Remember that small steps will get you there. Drop by drop, the bucket gets filled. It's best to just take a few small steps towards the goal. As the saying goes, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with just one step. And then down here you can track or circle or fill in, X off each day that you show up for your goal. And finally, at the very bottom right corner, remember, why is this goal important to you? Remembering your why is really key to staying on track, to staying motivated with your music journey. So this book takes you through each month of the year. That's how it works. Specific intentions, write them out, and then track. Okay? And please know that consistency is the difficulty, right? So reward yourself when you show up and cut yourself some slack when you don't. All right? reaching your music goals in a way that does not strain you, does not stress you out. That is the key. I want to thank you for showing up. Let's start with a little bit of finger stretching, okay? Something that I do every day. I wake up early and I like to begin my day with breath work and yoga. This has helped my music journey to be lighter, to be able to play with less strain, to touch the instrument in a light way. So I would like to share a couple of these finger stretches. They will be so much more beneficial if we bring in breath work. So I'd like us to breathe just for 2 minutes now. And what I'm going to do is invite you to take long, deep breaths, okay? Begin by exhaling fully. Really exhale completely. Really squeeze out all the air, drawing the navel towards the spine. Now inhale deeply. Exhale fully. Inhale deeply. Exhale fully. Bring a half smile to your lips. This should feel light. Inhale deeply. Exhale fully. Really draw the diaphragm in, squeezing out all the air, all that does not serve you. When you inhale, first inhale into the belly, then expand the rib cage and up into the clavicle, filling your lungs like a glass of water. Exhaling fully. Inhaling deeply. Exhaling fully. Just one more. For this next one, close your eyes. Follow your in-breath all the way in. Breathing in. Pause at the top. Exhale fully. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for sharing your goals. Let's hold this space together and let's warm up our fingers. Finger push-ups, okay? Let's just do it with one finger, and while you're doing this, I encourage you to breathe in the same way that we were just breathing. Okay, just curl them and open them up. Instead of a tight finger, a loose finger. Okay? And now do it with all your fingers, breathing in deeply, exhaling fully. Inhaling, exhaling. It may not feel like you're doing much, but what you're doing is you're gently moving the tendons, the ligaments, the joints, while you're flooding them with oxygen, with chi, and flood them with your smile too. It makes a difference. Breathe in. Exhale. Oh, we're going to get playing. We're going to play for sure. We're going to play lots of music today. But first, to set the intention to be soft in your fingers, one more time, opening and closing. Hold your arms in the way that feels relaxed to you, okay? A natural. Next, the splits. We're going to open up our fingers, breathe in and separate them. And exhaling, let them go. Don't strain anything, but just move to the edge. Expand your zone of flexibility. Expand your range of motion. Breathing in. Breathing out. Yeah, happy heathen jazz hands. Jazz hands. Look at your hands while you do this. Smile at your hands. Think of all the millions of things you've done with your hands. Think of the gardens you've planted with your hands. Think of the babies you've raised with your hands. Think of the meals you've cooked with your hands. Think of the things you've built with your hands. Wonderful. Finally, one last little stretch I like to do is just to wiggle them. Just wiggle them fast as you can. See if you can turn your fingers into a blur. Breathing in. Smiling. Wonderful. Okay. Stop and feel your hands. Let them rest in your lap. Close your eyes and just notice how much different your hands feel. Let me know in the chat. Do you feel any warmth? Any sensations of energy? Energy is not a woo-woo concept. It's just the felt experience of your life force. Yes, thank you. Wonderful. Now, friends, I'm going to bring my ukulele into my lap. Let's hold this space, and we're going to play a song called the Crawdad song, but let's approach it with a bit of mindfulness, okay? Now, this exercise I'm going to share with you is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's like 8 or 9 steps, which eventually get compressed into maybe 20 seconds, and it can add great depth and effectiveness to anything that you want to practice. After we play this song, we're going to be playing a solo. We're going to play Let It Be from my Art of Ukulele Chord Melody course. There is a link in the description down below and a discount code that's good for the rest of this week. If you would like to pick up this course or anything else, also just want to make note that my retreats are now open for registration. There, you can go to stufuchs.com. On my calendar, you'll find links to my Omega Institute 5-day retreat and a new retreat, September 11th to the 14th at Lake Junaluska, outside of Asheville, North Carolina. I'm really, really excited about that event. So, hope to see you in person someday. This is the mindful process I want to lead with you, because I could just start like this. It goes like this. And start to show you it, this country strum. But what I'd like you to do is to slow down the approach so you can learn things more effectively. Does that sound good to you? You want to learn things effectively in order to reach the goals. Let's take it one step at a time. So, first thing you do, pick up your instrument. Be aware of it. Picking up the instrument with mindfulness means first, let's set the intention. Remember, all this is going to be compressed into about 20, maybe 30 seconds. That will add amazing depth and efficacy to your practice. Set the intention. The intention is going to be to play this song, the Crawdad song that I'm going to show you in just a moment. And my intention is to play it well, and I want to play it without strain. Thank you for sharing, Anthony. That's the intention, so set an intention. Second, start to hold the instrument. Begin to notice, really notice, what does it feel like to hold your instrument against your body? Which points of contact are there? I feel this part right here against my arm. I feel the back against my belly. I'm feeling the strap, which may cue you to make some adjustments to how you are holding it. So second part is holding. We go to the third step, which is seeing. Let's see our beautiful instrument. Take a look at it. Notice it. Really look at it like it's the first time. Like you've landed from the planet Mars and you've never seen one of these before. Wow. Notice the grains of the wood. Step 4, touch it. Begin to just touch it. Breathing in and out. Feel the strings under your fingers. Feel the frets. Feel the strings on this hand, your strumming hand, your picking hand. Yeah. Next step, you could even smell your instrument. The case of my Nue Nue, it has like sort of like a blueberry smell. I don't know why, but it smells like blueberries, so it lingers. Yours might smell like spruce, like the wood that your instrument's made of. And finally, let's begin by touching, placing a finger down. Let's play our C major chord. Touch it, strum it, and listen to the sound the way you listened to this. You ready? 3, 2, 1, strum. Follow the sound. Cool. Please understand, friends, this is not meant to make it into an overly intellectual process. This is meant to put you in touch with the physical sensations coming through your sense organs, what you're seeing, what you're touching, what you're smelling, what you're holding, so you can be present with your instrument, not in the head, but in the body. So, let's strum the C chord. Each one of these boxes is 4 beats. That next box, in case you're not aware, that percentage sign means it's still a C chord. That means to repeat the last box. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bars of C, and then we change to a G chord. If you're more comfortable, you could go directly to the G7 chord for 2 bars. For more intermediate advanced beginners, change from G to G7. Some folks like to do that this way. They play their G like this and just lift off the pinky, okay? Next line, we're going to play a C chord for 4, C7, the F chord for 2 bars, the C chord, the G7 chord, and the C chord. This is a 16-bar classic song, Crawdad. And even if you don't know the words, everybody can sing along with Honey, Sugar Baby Mine. All right, let's get started. Strumming in a way that feels natural to you. And then after we play it a little bit, I'm going to show you a cool country strum. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4. Your goal is to see a bouncing ball going across the chart. This is another level, right? This is going to help those of you who want to memorize songs. This is the way you do it, to see the chord structure, okay? Are you ready? A 1, 2, a 1, 2, 3, 4. See, do is start to tap your foot. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And try to keep your place in the music. Are you ready? 1, 2. A 1, 2, 3, well, wake up, old man, you slept too late, honey. Wake up, man, you slept too late, babe. Well, wake up, old man, you slept too late. The crawdad man just passed that gate, honey, sugar baby mine. Little bit faster. Yonder comes a man with a sack on his back, honey. Well, yonder comes a man with a sack on his back, babe. Well, yonder comes a man with a sack on his back, packing all the crawdads he can pack. Honey, sugar, baby, mine. Let's go around it again. C, D, 3, 4, C, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2, 3, bar 5, 6, change to G, G7, and C, D7, F, 2, 3, 4, F, 2, 3, 4, C, G7 to C, 2, 3, 4. C. Still C. C. F. Two, three, four, you get a line, I'll get a pole, honey. You get a line and I'll get a pole, babe. Well, you get a line and I'll get a pole. Meet you down by the crawdad hole. Honey, sugar, baby, mine. Let's go around one more time. C. 2, 3, 4, you get a line, I'll get a pole, honey. You get the feel for it? You get a line, I'll get a pole, babe. You get a line, I'll get a pole. Meet you down by the crawdad hole, honey, sugar, baby, mine. Yes. All right, thanks for hanging. So what we have here is a 16-bar chord progression, and we are stretching ourselves, making ourselves follow along by counting, right? Learning that 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2, 3, 4, counting our way through the chord progression. I had a looping pedal going on with a recording of the chord progression so I could take a little bit of solo licks on top of the chords. How was that for you? Please let me know in the chat. And if you have any questions about anything. Next, what I'd like to do is to move on to a bit more of an advanced section of this lesson. And that's going to be to apply some practice methods to a chord melody solo for Let It Be. Okay, the Beatles' Let It Be. Glad you had a good time, everybody. If you are enjoying this lesson, please give this video a thumbs up. Click the subscribe button to keep in the loop of what I'm offering. Please know that members of the community support this channel and get benefits each and every month. There's a monthly chord solo lesson. There are different tiers of membership. You can check the links in the video description below. And there's also in the video description below, if you'd like to learn more about membership, you can do that there. And also there is a link to my store and a 20% discount for this week. Thank you for being here. Let me check in with the chat before we move on. Judith says, I did great with the count until I did my solo. Yes, that can be challenging, right? To keep your place even when there is some soloing going on. So, right here, we got the C. Right? So see a bouncing ball going across the page. The country strum, what you can do is just to pluck an open string and then just brush with these two fingers, just brushing, and then change to another open string. So I'm plucking the third string, brushing, fourth string, open. Okay, instead of brushing with these fingers, you could just strum with your index. I just have the habit of using these two, which leaves this finger free for things like this. So the full pattern is pick, brush, pick, brush, pick, brush, pick, up, down, up. All right, let's just try one time and then we'll go on to the chord melody. 1, 2, 3, go. Pick, brush, pick, brush, pick, brush, pick, up, down, up, pick, brush, pick, brush, pick, brush, pick, up, down. That's a slow run through. Once you get the hang of this, the speed will come. How do we bring that speed into things? Well, the way we bring speed in is with our friend, the metronome. 1, 2, 3, 4. I tapped out 100 beats a minute. So commit to playing the chord progression at 110 beats a minute. Let's see if we can hang with this. 1, 2, 3, go. And now I'm going to lead you through it. That was on your mark, get set, start. Let me set it up a little kinder. Thank you. So we're going to just play the C chord and then stop. See if we are staying in time with the metronome. Ready? 1, 2, 3, go. Ready? Stop. How did you do? Smile to your effort. Remember that each time you are really concentrating, you're filling up your bucket drop by drop. You're filling it up. Let's do it again. This time we'll go a little bit faster. 110 beats a minute. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, go. How'd that feel? Were you able to lock in with the tempo? Let's pump it up. This time, let's go up to 130 beats a minute. Bum, chick, bum, chick. Try to hear it before you even play. 2, 1, 2, 3, go. That's how it would work if you were playing through the entire chord progression. Okay, so working with the metronome is a progressive thing. We're turning up the speed. I like to use this app. It's named Tempo, but I also use my trusty 1990s Chord TM40. I still have this from when I was in music school. It's great, and it does not interrupt me with notifications, so I really, really use this. A distracted practice is not an effective practice. So use an old school metronome, okay? It's really worth it. The TM40, I think they still make it. If not, there are many, many metronomes, standalone metronomes you can find. All right, my friends. Let's hang with one last thing. I'd like to just take you to, this is, by the way, an outline of the chord melody course. This is the book that comes with it, and there are individual study videos. As you can see, part one, the chapters, it's just simple studies to get you soloing quickly. You'll see that you'll learn motions in a key. Please let me know in the chat if you've participated in this course, if you've picked it up, if you're finding it beneficial. Then in part two, we have more fully fledged solos. Okay, Amazing Grace, Can't Buy Me Love, Freight Train, I Walk the Line, lots of solos, and I'm going to be adding to this course this year. Okay, so these are the different exercises, and each one has a very clear, easy to follow study tutorial. Let me move forward into the next one. You can see that each solo has study notes to help you guide through it and supplement the video. So let's work with Let It Be, okay? I'm going to break this down for you in a moment, but first I'm just going to play it the way I play it, and let's see how it goes. This notation is an outline for you to build upon. In the videos, I show you how to expand upon the arrangement. Okay, I'm going to play the quick version of the solo. If you're interested in this course or anything from my store, there is a discount in the link down below. Thank you. 1, 2. Here's the intro. That was just a quick run through. That could be the pre-solo. After that, you could take a solo. So in the videos, I share some ways that you can expand upon this with some simple techniques. The solos are all outlines of the solo, which sound great on their own, or you can expand upon them. My intention, of course, is to give you things that are accessible to play, building skills, and something that would sound really nice in a singing and strumming version of this. So if you're singing this, let it be, you could then break into an instrumental solo. Okay. Thank you very much for all your kind comments. Appreciate you being here. Let's learn this. We're just going to go through this quickly. The first section is the intro. You have this G shape that's moved up to the 7th fret for your C chord. Okay. Next we move down to here, A minor. Move up one finger. And this is just blocking out the chords. Now up here, so practice technique that I like to use is to first, just left hand only. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You might just work on that change. And if you work with a timer, just put 3 or 5 minutes on your timer, and you just worked on this 2 or 4 bars, you would know at the end of your 5 minutes you really, really made progress. Okay? Instead of trying to eat the entire pie in one bite, take little nibbles of the pie. Now, once you have this fleshed out, you can then make it sound a bit more pianistic by using this finger picking pattern. I'm going to pinch with the thumb and the middle and then index. See what I'm doing there? And you're just going to keep that pattern going for the entire chord progression. You can watch this video again and it's also very helpful. Another practice tip is to pay attention to the guide fingers. Which fingers are common between each chord? Okay? So when I'm moving from that F right there to the C, my ring finger stays in place. My middle finger stays in place. All right, so paying attention to those details is a mindfulness practice in itself. Just paying attention, calmly abiding with your practice. This can make your practice into something very, very nourishing when we are really not in a hurry and just falling in love with the process. Okay, so that's the introduction. Okay, and one thing I share in the videos that you can play that last section with this voicing. I didn't include it in the notation because it's a bit more challenging for beginners. You stretch out. This is the F right here. You stretch out 5th fret to 8th fret, 3rd fret to 7th fret, 1st to 5th. Okay. And I'm curling these fingers back so you can see clearly, but when I play, my fingers are relaxed. All right, have fun with that. I hope you're enjoying this. If you are, please give this video a thumbs up. Click the links down below, and appreciate you joining in. Next section. Okay, so choices for fingerings when we're moving from A minor. If you bring the pinky in, that makes it a lot easier to reach that part. Or you could bar. All right, just slowly taking it apart. You could just hang in with that one section. Loop it. This way you're not only practicing the material in a way where you're getting it correct, but you're gaining music vocabulary for your own soloing. There's a moment there we can totally let go. Open string, let go, lets your hand reform. Pinky moves up. All right, so I am always tempted to want to guide you through each and every detail, but you on your own need to do that, of course. As you do that, remember the steps that we took. We set an intention, we just held the instrument, we're seeing it, we're touching it, we're even smelling our instrument. Really being with it fully and not in any hurry. After this first passage, we get to hear some sixes. And then there's this passage here with these pull-offs. So I pick, pull off, pick, pull off. A pull-off is using the fretting hand to play the string. See, one pick, two notes. Unless you have speed and fluidity. So the way we develop this is to bring just a little bit of tension to this part of the finger, pick, and then pull off. Bringing attention to this. Okay? Try both of them. All right, so when we play this entire passage, we begin with the C up here at the 7th fret. And now we play those 7 and 7, 5 and 5, 4 and 3, pull off. We can even begin that pull off with an F chord. See, I played that pull off and use the ring finger there, which lets me hold down the F chord. Okay, I know we're going through this quickly. The next section is the same. Then we get to the chord, the chorus. Just back up one slide. And we're going to approach that A minor chord from this pickup right here. 7, 7, 5, 5, A minor. And then we're right here. Index finger slides up to the 7th fret, to the 10th fret. We play this G add 9. You can include the open G string if you like. Now the middle finger stays in place to play 10 and 11. More sixes, harmonies. And then we're back. We're just going over this briefly, okay? Much more detail is provided at the link below. I hope that you are enjoying this brief overview. We'll play the entire thing in just a moment. Next, we get to the interlude, this shape, F. Those first 4 shapes. Right, there's quite a bit of dancing around going on there. Those of you who want to learn more chord forms, this is an F chord. Whole thing reforms. Ring finger moves down. Middle finger, first finger. Middle finger slides down. Now slide that down 2 frets for your B flat. F. G without the top string. F without the top string. That's those 2 chords right there. And C without the top string. And this sends that melody down the strings, and you support it with the chords. Okay. How you feeling so far? Too much? Am I showing you too much in one sitting? And the link down below, the course takes you through these in short videos that you can rewind. You could even use your VIDAMI pedal to control, loop, and rewind different sections of videos. These work on YouTube videos. The VIDAMI pedal is an amazing device. You just use your feet to control the video. Your hands stay on the instrument. Helps you learn. So this is what the entire solo sounds like. Oops. Made a little error there at the very end. And good moment right here. What you would do is you would then just, in your practice, take a moment and just get clear on what was it that I didn't quite get. F, C, G, C. It was that moment that threw off my hand from the rest of the pattern. So then I would just mindfully repeat that 3 times, really paying attention to being accurate and light in my touch. I hope that you enjoyed this lesson, friends. Please let me know how you're doing in the chat if you have any questions. Jerome, there is a link to the VIDAMI pedal. It is down below, and there's also a discount code that the VIDAMI company offers to you. As viewer of this channel, check the links. Just scroll down a little bit in the video description. The VIDAMI pedal lets you control the speed. You can loop sections. You can play, pause. It works on YouTube, any Vimeo video, anything that's hosted on YouTube or Vimeo, lesson sites like my lessons at ukulelezen.com, and many, many other sites as well. It is really a cool, really amazing device for learning. Check the links down below. Pirate Jenny, glad you're here in the house. Hope you've had a good New Year's holiday. I hope that everybody is doing well, that your families are healthy, enjoying good health. Hope your nose is less stuffy than mine. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Let's see if we can break the record of last time. We had 203 likes. Of course, I was reminding you every 3 seconds back that live stream, so a bit more organic this time. I hope that you got a lot out of this session. There's so much to share about practicing, and take a moment just to go download and print out the practice journal. It really will help you to track your goals clearly, to make progress, and to bring some mindful attention to the subjects that you're choosing to study this year. Thanks very much, Brian. Appreciate you being here. Yvette, thank you very much. Blessings to you all. I love your channel name, Rhymes with Orange. Cool. Orange. Rhymes with orange. What rhymes with orange? Yeah, help me with that. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate you being here. Check the links down below and sign up on the mailing list for ukulelezen.com, and you'll be kept in the loop of my upcoming video lessons, in-person events, and new courses that I'm creating this year for you. So thanks very much. Many blessings to you all. Have a wonderful day. Good luck this year reaching your goals. I am here to help support you in any way that I can. So please reach out, become a member of the community at the links down below. I am in your corner as you move forward towards your music goals. Thanks so much. All blessings to you and your families. Take good care. Peace.